Once you learn how to visualize correctly, your entire life will shift immediately. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to visualize correctly so that you can quantum leap into the life of your dreams. Hey guys, it's Day here. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about everything manifestation, energy, frequency, subconscious reprogramming, so that you can consciously create your dreams into reality. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to take your life to the next level, make sure to check my enrollment in Spirit Ascension. This is my signature program. Clients have been getting unbelievable results with this, and I can't wait for you to be next. Now, if you're ready to dive in to understand how to visualize correctly, make sure to hit that like button and let's get into it. Now, before we get into how to visualize correctly, you want to understand why to visualize to begin with and the nature of how your mind works. This 10% represents your conscious mind, your conscious awareness and your effort, and the choices and decisions that you make and where you expend your daily energy. And this part right at the bottom, the 90%, represents your subconscious mind. So as you can see, a great majority of who you're being on a daily basis, how you expend your daily energy and how you're showing up is coming from your subconscious mind. Now, what so many people try to do in their life, they try to use effort, force, and hard work while simultaneously having programs in their subconscious mind that are working in direct opposition to what they actually desire to create in their day-to-day reality. So instead of using the 10%, which works against the 90%, which makes no sense, you're going to use your 10% conscious mind to reprogram your subconscious mind so that you start creating your desires on autopilot. You can't create above the level of what's within your subconscious mind. So now that we know we need to reprogram the subconscious mind, visualization is an amazing way to reprogram your subconscious mind. Why? Because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It really cannot tell the difference between what you see on a daily basis and what you visualize within your mind. And those equally impress onto the programs within your subconscious mind. How can we really know that your mind can't distinguish the difference between imagination and reality? Well, the first way is your feeling state. Haven't you noticed you could just imagine something that hasn't happened yet, and it can make you feel angry or upset and have control over your feelings and emotions? Or have you noticed the opposite, where you imagine something pleasant and wonderful and you ignore your 3D circumstances and now your feeling state has completely changed? Well, that's how powerful your imagination is. It can actually change the way you feel within your body. The ability to change the way you feel just from what you think, what you believe, and what you imagine, that in itself is unbelievably powerful. And the second thing is psychological studies. In one of my favorite studies, they took two groups of novice piano players. And in one group, they actually had them practice the piano. And in another group, they only had them mentally rehearsing playing the piano. They showed that both groups improved. What's really interesting is that there was no real significant difference between the group that physically practiced and those that mentally practiced. Think about the implications of that. Actual changes in the muscle memory and understanding within the body, which changed through simple imagination, visualization, mental rehearsal, however you want to call it. And the third one, the placebo effect, which is certainly not the least one. This one deserves a whole video on its own. What it is essentially is that in every medical study, they have a control group, and they often give the control group a form of treatment, whether that is a sugar pill or something else that has no medication in it, no effect in it. And somehow, just because those clients believe that they had the medication, they see improvements in their health and what they're trying to improve on in the study. I'm explaining all this because I want you to understand why you should trust in your mind and your imagination to help you create the life of your dreams. It is extremely powerful. It is our greatest tool. Yet most people aren't using it correctly. Whether you like it or not, you are already visualizing on a day-to-day basis. It's not that you're just going to start now using visualization or your belief system or impressing your subconscious mind. That is not something new at all. All of this you've already been using your entire life. You just don't like the results that you've created. Now, you might be saying, if I don't like my life, is that my fault? No, that's not your fault. Because as I said before, 90% of how you're showing up on a daily basis is coming from your subconscious. Yeah, it's happening on a subconscious level, which means you don't have awareness that you're even doing it. This is coming from your childhood wounds, society, limiting beliefs, amongst other things that are all coming from your programs within your subconscious mind. And this is exactly why I'm going to show you how to visualize correctly so you could use your conscious effort to reprogram your subconscious mind. So visualizing correctly starts with 3 simple steps. It's so easy, anyone can do it. But there are also 3 mistakes that people make, and I will show you those in just a moment. So the first thing is you need to imagine the end result. You need to imagine the solution of what it is you want to bring into your life. So whether it's a job, money, relationships, or car that you want within your life, what is the end result? And it's very powerful when you're visualizing this and imagining how this desire, this want, will improve not just your life, but the life of others around you. How will others benefit? How will they be affected from the desire that you're calling in? When you can really embrace this and visualize this, it's extremely powerful in the energy and frequency that is taking over within your body. The next thing you're going to want to do is repeat and rehearse this within your mind. Now, the best time to do this is in the morning and especially right before bed. Neville Goddard does talk about this. Joe Dispenza talks about this. Jose Silva talks about this. So many studies out there show that it is the best time to visualize in the morning when you wake up and at nighttime before you go to bed because of the brain wave that you are in at this time. That brain wave is an alpha and theta state. This alpha and theta state is a very hypnosis type of brain state where you're very suggestible to your belief system, to your subconscious mind. So it is very beneficial to rehearse this and repeat this daily. So again, you're going to want to create the scene within your mind, and you're going to want to rehearse this morning and night. If you want step-by-step guidance on how to visualize this within your mind morning and night, be given audios that you can use to walk you through it, and how to use and train your mind effectively to do this, you're gonna wanna enroll in Spirit Ascension, because in stage 4 of Spirit Ascension, this is where you learn to effectively use your mind's eye, your visualization power, begin attracting into your reality what you're actually visualizing. So if you want more details on this, you can grab my free Ascension workbook through the link below, or you can dive in deep with me and enroll in Spirit Ascension today. And the last thing you're gonna wanna do is feel it real. You're going to want to immerse yourself in the emotions of it while you are visualizing it like it is actually happening. Because again, your mind does not know the difference between what you are imagining and what's actually happening in your reality. You want to make sure you feel satisfaction. You want to feel what it would actually feel like to have already had this experience. Because that feeling, that emotion, that satisfaction, whatever emotion would wash over you if you already had it, that feeling is impressing itself as a program onto your subconscious mind. So now this brings us into the 3 mistakes that people usually make when they're visualizing. And so the first one here is that they're not attaining a blank mindset before they go into their visualization. The whole point of the visualization process is to change the energy and frequency within the body while you're visualizing. This is actually changing the programs that are impressed on your subconscious mind, especially when done on a repetitive process. So how can you change the programs within your subconscious mind if you haven't first learned to turn off the current programs that are running within your subconscious mind? I see so many people bring their already existing daily problems, the energies that they have going on within their mind already, the patterns of thought that they have into their visualization, so much so that they can't actually even visualize the outcome that they actually desire because the programs that they're running on are on override. They're so strong. There's a lot of momentum and energy behind them, so it's hard to break free from them. That's all stemming from not having a blank mindset prior to going into the visualization. So if you want to learn some techniques to help lower that chaotic mind and the energy patterns that you already have going on, you can start utilizing the techniques and processes in the Ascension workbook, and you can download your copy for free through the link below this video. In my early days of testing out these practices, I was able to manifest $10,000 within 2 weeks just by using this type of process and visualization. So it is very powerful when you learn how to do it accurately. Now, the second mistake here is desperation. You can't be in a state and energy and frequency of desperation and get your manifestation. Because when you're in an energy of needing, it's not the same frequency as one of receiving. So when you're in desperation, you're stuck in a specific energy and frequency that will not allow you to perceive and receive your manifestation. Even Neville Goddard said it, that feeling is the secret. Why? Well, because feeling is the mechanism by which the subconscious mind gets reprogrammed. So if you're coming from a state of need and lack, it's unfortunately a catch-22. So the first thing that you need to do is make sure you get yourself out of desperation and that of wanting it so bad. Now, if you want to learn how to get out of this feeling, after this video, go watch my video on non-attachment and how to detach yourself and become more magnetic to your desire. I'm going to link that video in the description of this video below. And the third one here is not trusting in the process. You have limiting beliefs about this whole process. So when you're not trusting in the process and you're not having faith that you can actually do this, you're not going to see results with it. And because you're not believing in this process, you're also using that 10% of your conscious mind to effort in action, which is not getting you the results that you seek, which then reinforces the limiting belief that this doesn't work. And you continue riding on that program that you're not able to do this. So with no trust, you can't actually change your feeling state, which is what is actually creating it for you. So you get stuck in a vicious loop of not being able to actually manifest what it is you're visualizing. It is so important to understand that when you visualize correctly, the shift happens immediately. Now, it's not going to appear in your physical world immediately. The shift within your mind, your body, your energy, your feeling state, it happens immediately when done correctly. So think about it like this. You've been on this downward trajectory with low feelings, low vibrations. The minute you visualize, the shift already happened. You change the trajectory, the vibration, the feeling state of what you are now attracting. So your personal psychology is how aligned your mental and emotional worlds are to determine how long it takes to come into your reality. The reason that I'm sharing this with you is because I've seen so many people do this in the opposite way. That's why it's taking them forever to actually create and manifest the things that they desire and want to bring into their life, because they're not actually changing. Because you are always experiencing and manifesting a direct reflection of who you are. So until you change yourself, your state, nothing changes. And one of the most effective ways to do that is through visualization. And it will help you create everything you are trying to manifest into your life. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And you're definitely going to want to check out this next video on non-attachment, how to detach yourself and become more magnetic. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.